Good evening, everyone. For those of you who haven't met yet, I'm Dr. Melendez, and I just want to take a second and thank you for being here tonight. You could be doing a lot of other things. Most of us would love to be on the couch watching TV, whatever favorite show you have, but instead you chose to be here, and I respect your time. That's why this is all actually designed to save you time in the end. Initially, we meet in a group because the information we have is the same for everyone. We're going to be going over what x-rays should and shouldn't look like. I don't want you to worry. Joelle, we're not going to be showing your x-rays up here. These are patients that had given us permission to use their own x-rays to be able to teach you what abnormal and normal looks like. So with that, we're also going to be covering just a few more questions that might be going through your head. So, finances, insurance, how long is it going to take? All important questions that we will address. In fact, we're going to show you how we make care affordable for those families that are committed to their care. But for right now, I want you to put all of that, all those questions, and just put it to the side and focus so that you could soak this information up that will just change your life tonight. I can say that because I've seen it personally. At 18 years old, this girl ended up with daily migraines so severe that she ended up in the hospital. But even more, and then she ended up laying in a dark room and just laying in bed, taking pain pills after pain pills. How many of you have ever had a migraine? Yeah, so you know that is necessary. You have to pretty much be secluded from life. You are in a dark room. You cannot have any kind of noise. You don't want to move, just nothing. Like your world is like there. So that's what she was doing every single day. She was taking pain pill after pain pill. She was on Imitrex, she was on Ultram, she was on Vicodin, she was on Tylenol with codeine, high doses of ibuprofen, and those all stopped working. So then they moved her onto an antidepressant, amitriptyline, in hopes that that would help, because the side effects of that medication were to prevent daily migraines. So they're just guessing at this point because they still have no idea what's going on. She's in and out of the hospital just about every other day. She's seeing neurologist after neurologist. She's getting CT scans, she's getting MRIs, and she's getting blood work, and yet still no clue as to what's going on. So at 18 years old, this girl had completely lost her health. That's somebody's daughter. That's somebody's granddaughter. That was me. And it wasn't until a chiropractor checked my nervous system and found the cause of my headaches and corrected it that I have never had a migraine since, and I have never had to take any more medication. Had my parents been sitting here tonight 10, 15 years ago, that would have never happened to me. So that's why I'm so passionate about what I do and this information that you're going to hear tonight, because it will literally transform your life as it did mine when I sat in your seats. So tonight we're going to be going over 3 things. The first one is, why are there so many people out there that are sick and suffering? If we look at the statistics, and if we fill this entire room with 1,000 people, how many of them are making it to 60 in good health? That means they have all their body parts, they haven't had surgeries to remove different organs, or they're not on any kind of medication, so that's prescription or over the counter. So they are in great health, making it to 60. How many do you guys think? 50%? That would be amazing if we made it to 50%. In fact, studies show that it's 1 in 1,000 people that are going to make it to good health. And for couples, that's actually 1 in 10,000 couples that are going to make it together to 60 in good health. If that's what's going on, what do we need to be doing differently? Yeah, something radically different so that we don't end up like one of those statistics or like me 10 years ago. So the second thing we're going to be going over tonight is how to avoid sickness and disease. If you knew what was killing most of America today, then you would avoid it. So does anybody know what the top 3 reasons or the top 3 killers are here in America? Yeah, I heard it. Heart disease. That's actually killing 850,000 Americans. Yep, cancer's number 3. Number 1 is actually taking 1.1 million people's lives every single year. And the crazy thing about it is it's not even a disease. So we're trying to avoid heart disease and cancer, all of us, that's me included. So if I tell you what the #1 cause of death in America is, are you going to do everything you can to avoid it? It's actually medicine. Our medical model. Now, nothing against medicine, because if you end up in a car accident and you slice your arm open and you're bleeding, don't come to me. I'm not going to adjust you and make the bleeding stop. Go to the hospital, get it stitched up. They will save your life in a crisis situation. That's what they're good at. We have the best crisis care model in the world. Thank God. But the problem is that we've tried to use that crisis care model to create health, and it is not working. It's actually just taking people's lives. It's a guessing game. So the third thing that we're going to be going over tonight is the things that brought you in. So that headache, the neck pain, the low back pain, whatever it is that brought you in, if you do not take care of it, you do not address the problem, and you leave it there, it's actually going to lead to heart disease or to cancer. Now, if I just came up to you off the street at the movie theater, at a restaurant, and I said, Joelle, that back pain that you're experiencing, it's going to lead to cancer. You would look at me like I was crazy and you wouldn't believe me, right? So, but after tonight, I'm going to show you exactly why that's the case, and your medical doctors actually know it. All right. So,